One warm afternoon, I found myself on a dusty road leading to a remote village nestled in the hills. I had heard about this village from a friend who spoke of its tranquility, old-world charm, and the friendliness of its people. As I walked further from the main road, the buzz of the city life grew fainter, replaced by the hum of nature. The sky above was a perfect expanse of blue, with a few lazy clouds drifting by. I could see the roofs of the village houses peeking through the treetops in the distance, and the promise of peace washed over me like a gentle breeze. As I entered the village, the first thing I noticed was the scent of fresh earth and wildflowers. The houses were small, made of stone and wood, each one seemingly unique with its own distinct character. A few children ran past me, laughing and playing with sticks, their bare feet kicking up the dirt. They glanced at me curiously, and one of them waved shyly. I waved back, feeling instantly welcomed. Ahead, I spotted an elderly woman sitting on her porch, knitting with care. She looked up as I passed, offering a warm smile, and I nodded in greeting. I continued exploring, the village unfolding like a storybook. I wandered past a small market where locals sold vegetables, fruits, and handmade crafts. The market buzzed with quiet activity, unlike the noisy city markets I was used to. The villagers greeted one another with warmth, exchanging conversations as they went about their day. I stopped by a stall where an old man was selling honey. He told me the bees were from the nearby forests, and the honey had a rich, golden hue. He offered me a taste, and it was the sweetest honey I'd ever had, infused with the fragrance of wildflowers. The village seemed timeless, as though it existed in a world separate from the rushing pace of modern life. There were no cars or buses, just the occasional bicycle or a horse-drawn cart. People moved slowly, deliberately, as though savoring each moment. I felt my own heartbeat slow, matching the rhythm of life around me. There was something calming in the simplicity. No one was in a hurry, and the world seemed to move in sync with nature. I followed a narrow path that led me to the village square, where a stone well stood at the center. A few women were drawing water, chatting softly amongst themselves. Surrounding the square were more stone houses, their windows adorned with colorful curtains and flower pots. The village church, small but dignified, stood to one side, its bell tower casting a long shadow as the afternoon sun began to lower. I could hear the faint rustle of leaves in the breeze and the distant chirping of birds, adding to the peaceful atmosphere. Feeling the urge to explore further, I followed a trail that led out of the village and up a hill. The path was lined with tall, ancient trees that seemed to whisper secrets as I passed by. At the top of the hill, I was greeted by a breathtaking view. Below me, the village looked like a painting, with smoke rising lazily from chimneys and fields stretching out in every direction. Beyond the fields, the mountains loomed, their peaks tinged with the soft glow of the setting sun. I sat on a rock, taking it all in. For the first time in a long while, I felt completely at peace. There were no emails to check, no calls to answer, no schedules to keep. It was just me, the village, and the endless horizon. Time seemed to stretch, and I let myself be absorbed by the beauty and stillness of the moment. A shepherd passed by with his flock, nodding in greeting, and I waved back, feeling a sense of belonging in this quiet corner of the world. As evening fell, I made my way back down to the village. The smell of cooking filled the air, and I could see families gathering for dinner. I was invited by a family to join them for a meal, and though I hesitated at first, their warmth was impossible to resist. We sat around a wooden table, sharing stories and laughter as we ate a simple but delicious meal of stew, bread, and fresh vegetables from their garden. The fire crackled in the hearth, casting a soft glow over the room. By the time I left their home, the village was bathed in moonlight. The night was calm, with only the sound of crickets and the occasional bark of a dog breaking the silence. I walked back to my small guest house, feeling a deep sense of contentment. The village had shown me a different way of life, one that was slower, more connected to the earth and to each other. That night, as I lay in bed, I realized that I had come to the village seeking peace, but I had found something more. I had found a place where life was lived fully, where people took the time to appreciate the simple joys of each day. It was a lesson I carried with me long after I left the village, a reminder that sometimes the best things in life are found in the quietest of places.